Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put on your back now? Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are still with me. Still in section 18. We are saying our farewells to Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. This is his retirement from my fantasy fights once again. And after this section, no more Batman. So, of course, we have Batman, of course, versus Mr. Lonnie Lincoln, aka Tombstone. Yeah, Batman versus Tombstone. Like I always say, you could take Bruce's Rose Gallery and Pete's Rose Gallery, flip them into different worlds, and they would work. Alright, so we move on to Bruce's combatant in this. And like I said, flipping the Rogues Gallery is always cool for me. And I'm talking about Tombstone, guys. Mr. Lonnie Lincoln. I always thank Jerry Conway for creating the character. And I'm forgetting the other person who created him. But for all those who don't know, Tombstone first appeared in Web of Spider-Man 336. And Tombstone is the very, very cold, tall, monstrous-looking Spider-Man villain who takes pride in his grim and deadly appearance. He's a criminal enforcer, and his methods of intimidation and murder, his reputation pretty much gave him the nickname Tombstone. Now, for all those who don't know too much about Tombstone, he grew up in Harlem, New York. He was an old friend of Robbie Robinson. That's real. He was pretty much, he grew up, his appearance, his skin is pretty much albino. He's albino, and because of that, he was bullied. Constantly bullied by people, you know, and that kind of set him on the path kind of in a term of being the way he is now. The only person that really showed him a shred of kindness was Robbie. Robbie was the one that kind of broke that monotony of like being a bully and things like that, until the bullying kind of pushed him after high school to the wrong path, and that path of turned to a life of crime, you know, and pretty much there, he pretty much, you know, became what we know him as Tombstone. I'm not going to go too much into his origin. You research it yourself. But Tombstone is a character when you're going up against him, it's almost like, oh crap. Like, oh shit. This guy is a badass. When Daredevil fought Tombstone, he had to hit him with a sledgehammer just to knock him out. And if I remember, it took like 2 shots with full strength to knock him out. Now, as you all know, he's a skilled but reckless fighter. And sometimes that's his downfall. He's kind of reckless at times, but he's at peak human strength. I mean, his strength is very strong, and he's able to take on people like Spider-Man one-on-one, no problem. People like Luke Cage. I've seen him and Luke Cage go at it. He is a force to be reckoned with, and he He'll put your nail in the coffin if he wanted to. So let's move on to the battle breakdown right here. All right. I didn't explain all of Tombstone's origin. Like, he was exposed to this substance called Deox number 3. It was like a chemical substance as well that made him he hardened his state, so he doesn't need to breathe anymore and things like that. So that's why he doesn't need to breathe. So he doesn't. So if he's like in an area of gas, for example, if Bruce throws like knockout gas or something like that, it doesn't affect him. It's not going to affect him because of that substance, that chemical substance. Tombstone doesn't need to breathe. And kind of if you saw in the animated series, he was like, I don't breathe. Yeah, that's real. That's straight from the comics. But a fight between Batman and Tombstone would be really cool. But Bruce is going to have to really be very patient with Tombstone in a sense. Can't be too reckless, because if that's going to be Bruce's downfall. He can't fight reckless. He can't fight Tombstone's fight. He's got to fight Batman's fight. If he fights it, Tombstone, he's a dead man. That's how I feel about it. But I leave it up to you guys. Batman or the monstrous Tombstone. And I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. Kind of gave Bruce a little bit of a little fight where he has the odds of him winning are a 50-50 chance in this one, instead of he's outclassed or outnumbered, or he's out everything. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna do one more fight, and this one comes from Dragon Lord 735, and he puts Bruce against Spiral. So I'll see you guys in a little bit, and you guys know the slogan: battle on.